What's up guys, welcome to another episode of Buttons is Spinning. Today we are taking a look at another volume 30. We already got Win Knight, so let's go see which one we can get from these guys. But before we continue, leave us a like if you've been enjoying this series and consider subscribing not to miss any future videos of Buttons is Spin. So are you ready? Let's go. And here we are with everything out of the box. We do have Prominence Knight. Very interesting, very cool. It is a golden Prominence blade, which is super cool. Golden and green. I do love this color, especially because I'm from Brazil. You can even see the little bit of blue there, so that's definitely Brazilian colors there, which is fantastic. That said, let's talk about the Beyblade. The chip is a Knight, which we did see just in the video before. We did open Win Knight. And the interesting thing about it, of course, is the gimmick of this moving part over here. It does wobble around. The teeth, of course, are not that great, but it does move around. We saw that with the Win Knight. You can see that it does do this, which is interesting. Even if it's assembled already, it does move around like that. I don't think it helped him too much in the last video, but it is something we can see in this Beyblade as well. The blade is a Prominence. It is a right spinning defense type, and you can see the walls here is pretty high. It is very highly defensive. It does have a bit of an attack there, but mostly counter attacks, and that's fantastic. Of course, as you all know, Prominence does have an armor part that comes off like that. Too bad for this one, we don't have as much stickers as we did with the other Prominence Beyblades that we got, but it's still okay. And of course, we do know that it does have two modes as well, just like wind. You can put it like this, and that will have it so that the armor will come off more easily. And you can have it like this, which will make it so that the armor won't come out as much. It will be much more difficult for the armor to come off. The armor, of course, this will serve as a trap. When it comes off, it will serve as a trap to trip over the opponent and whatnot. But also, it will make the Beyblade much lighter and have a stronger attack parts. There's my cat. Have stronger attack points, impact points, than it would with the armor on. So yeah, it's an interesting gimmick. We will leave it on this side like this, so that the armor will come off more easily. And yeah, nothing much to talk about there. The armor piece, the metal armor piece in here that did come with it is a 1, which is interesting because it is asymmetrical. It is more for attack. I'm guessing with the armor off, it might help it out, but with the armor on, I'm not sure if this will help much at all. I don't know why they put this in this specific Beyblade. I think this part is only here for the Demon Blade Excalibur. But you know, it is what it is. We'll see how it behaves in battles. The forged disc that came with it is a legacy, of course, and this is pretty interesting because with the Knight, we did see that the wind blade did have a gimmick that is akin to legacy. This as well, when it spins to the right, it will cut the wind upward like this, so the wind will strike up, making the Beyblade go down more, which will make it much more stable, but also have more friction with the arena, which is pretty cool in theory. Of course, a lot of people say that it doesn't actually work in practice, but it is there in theory at the very least to be an interesting thing to think about. And we do know that the wind also does something similar. So it's pretty cool that this Knight core does have its own wind cutting mechanic right there. The driver is, of course, a sword dash. Fantastic, fantastic. We did see this with Excalibur, Zyphoid Excalibur. It is dash, so it will have more prominent plastic tabs on there and a stronger spring in there, which will both help with burst resistance, which is amazing. And the tip is metal, as you can see, it is a star on there. It will have less friction with the arena because it is metal, but because it is starred, it will have an interesting pattern there. So yeah, these are the parts. They are all pretty interesting. Let's assemble the Beyblade, test it out, and of course battle it with the other Volume 30 Beyblades, which for now is only Win Knight. So let's go. And that's it, folks. As you saw, Prominence Knight did lose both times. I think the combo of Wind Knight is just slightly better. That said, an interesting thing that I noticed is that you could see the bounce on Wind Knight. He was actually bobbing up and down from bouncing. That said, as you can see, Wind Knight is a lot shorter than Prominence Knight. That could have had something to do with it, but also my guess is just that Sword was losing stamina a lot faster than Bounce was. And that is the only reason that Prominence Knight lost. After all, it was a stamina versus a defense type. So, not a very exciting fight there. But take the conclusion you'd like from that. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos like this. Obviously, we're focusing more on Beyblades, but we also do bring some other spin tops from time to time. And sometimes even stuff that are not even spin tops, but then we try to spin them anyway just to see if you can. So if you're into stuff like that, I'll see you next time. And until then, stay nerdy, guys.